Guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube account and it is season 3. That is right, guys, our 3rd season of the Treasure Scramble. Now, if you do not do this very first part, you actually will not participate in the scramble. A lot of players missed it last time, so I definitely wanted to bring it up. You do have to choose your path in here. According to most players, the paths do not matter, so I'm going to go with arrows this time. Once you do get into here to unlock the Treasure Scramble, this is where the formations come in. But again, if you do not do that first part, you will not have access to the formations. So of course in here, guys, it does look at the formations that we utilized last time. So I'm just going to go through them really quick and show you kind of the setup. So every single time that I've played in here, I've actually made it to the very last tier, which I think is the Treasure Master, if I remember correctly. Right up here, the very last one, which is, I forget exactly the name of it, but it is this very last one here. It's impossible to harvest any resources from this land. All supplies have run out. No stat bonuses are granted, but we've actually made it in this last year. We've actually picked up a couple elemental cores, not very many whatsoever. But the big thing within here is the leaderboard. So actually picking these rewards out of here is what has been super, super beneficial, guys. Usually I've been in about the top 8, 10. We've actually gotten a couple of these chests that gave us some poke coins. I believe last time we were in the top 2%, which is, of course, giving you some poke coins in here. You do have some red chests, which are the big important part. This emblem choice chest, I don't really understand. I don't have any need for it. They're just stockpiling, but then again, we did get a couple diamonds. Round 2, right there, we did end at number 2. We were ranked number 2, so again, we did get that. We want to make sure if we can get higher. This next tier is pretty nice because you start getting some of the tier stones out of here. But again, that is very much a push to making the top 200 versus the top 2%. So these are the teams that got me in the top 2%. Again, we'll go down here as far as we can. So of course, in this one, kind of a variation because of the buff that we get in here. For the first 12 seconds of battle, all heroes have their damage increased by 80%. So burst teams are going to be that much further burst when it comes to these team formations. That is why I use crowd control when it comes to the Prince of Persia. In addition, guys, if he takes burst damage, he will actually do his little cheat death or his recall ability, I think it is. And he will actually not die within here. That is the reason I replaced Arthur, which again, these formations are subject to change. So if you do change the formation in here, this one, guys, has been awesome. This is probably the best formation. I had the best winning percentage with this one. Of course, it is Ulna and Lucretia versus Grez, because Lucretia can really supercharge the damage, and she can't die because of the immunity that Ulna is providing. Then, of course, Athalia in here, super burst, guys. When you put this 80% increase in damage, she can actually burst down an incredible amount. Now, heroes like Pharrell that provide the crowd control aspect in here, again, because of the burst aspect that the enemy teams have and because of the burst that your team has, countering any of those or crowd controlling any of those makes a really big difference. If you can get through the burst, no problem, your team will usually win. Again, this was my best team by far. I made it, I believe I had almost like a 90% plus win rate with this team, which is absolutely incredible. So next team, it starts getting very, very expensive, guys. As you can see, we have Audrey in here, we have Zafriel in here, we have Zorath in here. We also do have Mishka and we have Laika to create the energy and the haste super cycle between here. Having these two is pretty solid because you have the delay coming in with Zorath. You have Mishka, of course, if the wolves die, she is going to ult because we have that 9 of 9. She's going to shield the party because we have that plus 16 graving, making her really a priority. Zorath in here doing a lot of damage. And then, of course, Zafriel goes right to the enemy side, allowing Audrey to target and take out a couple targets pretty easy, while Zafriel is on that side, actually absorbing a little bit of damage. Then, of course, again, like is in here, we have the big debuff that she provides, the defense reduction, and also the damage that she does herself, making this a very strong team. This one was my second highest performing team out of the I think 6 or 7 that we have towards the end. This one was pretty strong. I do have Audrey built out a little bit more than I did last time, so possibly doing a little bit better. Same with Zafriel. I've been built up a little bit more. I did not have furniture on Audrey last time, so again, adding a little bit more stats, adding a little bit more of the build on there. And of course, guys, this one kind of an interesting stall team. Again, this one I was kind of on the fence with because we have a star in here for the damage mitigation. We have Taylene in here for the healing and the damage. Damon in here for the shielding and for the damage. And then, of course, Flora just raining absolute flowers on everybody. With Frampton, I do need the 9 of 9 furniture in here. I think it'll make a really big difference. I do have him engraved up. He is all the way to the plus 60 engraving as well. Flora just provides a ton of damage. So even in this case where if Taylene does die, she will come back to life. Coming back to life means that Flora will stay in the sky doing the damage that she does. This team, again, worked pretty well. Out of all the heroes that I had in here, I didn't think this team would work out pretty well, which again, guys, you want to kind of check back. I know this is an AFK event, but you do want to check back, see exactly where your teams are, see how well the teams are performing. Make sure if you need to make any adjustments within the intel, that will be able to, looking at, again, how well your teams are performing. Because free loot, guys, it is literally free loot out of here, but you want to try to score as high as you can within the leaderboard, because again, it is going to give you much better loot. That is the reason why I went and really went through, and Treasure Master is the highest. I was trying to think again what it is, but again, round 2 we scored pretty well, which was awesome to see. I'm getting that top 2%, so I'm hoping that I can stay in the top 2%. Getting the red chests out of here are really the goal. Some engraving mats, some poke coins, but the red chest and the cores are really what we're looking for in here. In addition, guys, Awaken Brutus is up, which means push the towers. So within the towers, guys, you'll see when you get to a certain point, right here, Brutal Citadel, if I get to 660, I do get these time emblems. Same with the Tower of Light, Infernal Fortress, Celestial Sanctum. A lot of players have really commented on Brutus and saying, hey, it is so incredibly hard to build any of these heroes. It's going to be impossible for me to build any Awakened heroes because I'm completely free to play. That is not the case. Even my free to play account has Awakened version of Taylene, completely built out, the plus or the 60 engraving, 9 of 9 furniture, plus 30 signature item. As free to play right now, I'm working on my second one. Towers have a big impact in there. We also know we do have a couple. The Mauler Will guys just gave us 10 cards out of the events right here. Desert Affliction, we'll have 10 cards coming in a minute. With the new Voyage of Wonder, you're getting 10 more cards. In addition, buying the cards out of the store every single day, guys. I still stress this. Purchase out the cards right here. Even if you're not willing to or wanting to build out the Awakened version of Brutus, you can see how many cards we got. We're at 129 right here, guys. Those, I got a majority of those out of the tower. Now, I do buy the daily pack that gives me 1 extra card per day, but being at the level that we are within the Mauler Tower when Brutus was released, I picked up all the time emblems, so we have a ton. Hopefully, fingers crossed, to finally complete the Pain in the Butt Thane. Still only have him at Mythic Plus. I don't think I have any additional copies, guys. So we still need 3 more copies to get him up to that Ascended level. But that'll give Aziz built, and that'll give Thane built. Even on this account, guys, Brutus, I'm not going to go for right now, just because I know I don't have anywhere near the cards to get him. I'm going to save to see exactly who we're going to have next, which should be a Wilder Awakened Hero, and then we'll go on from there. If it's going into a Graveborn Awakened Hero, and then I don't know, they might do, you know, another Celestial, another Hypogen. We're going to wait and see, guys. But I would roughly save about 500 cards. I know it took me 467 to get Brutus up to the Ascended level on the Mauler account, but I would say 450, 500 cards is a pretty good starting point to getting the heroes. Bad RNG, of course, you're not going to build them. Good RNG, you'll absolutely have them done, which, you know what, just wait till you got the emblems. Honestly, to see what is kind of coming up next is my opinion. But guys, that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.